And hello, guys. Wow, that intro did not go smoothly, did it? The moment that I started the recording, the computer decided to run the hard drives up and just made everything not work. But here we are. It's another live game coding. We've got a fair amount still to go. I've got my notes here with all my notes about where everything is, and we've got the map here too with a lot of info on it. I don't know how much of that you can actually see. It's a lot that we still got to go. So we do now have all three of the what's the word? The force fields done from last time we had an episode. So basically what I want to do today is get the room developed for the final fight with the Bondak Queen, which is going to be a big one. And I've been thinking about how to do that, and just give me one moment. I'm thinking it's going to be a very, very big, probably multi-layered Bondak, where we'll have to fight several of them to get down to attack the Queen. So I've got it in my head as a kind of spiral, but it'll be a kind of staircase. But according to the map, got 2 fuel cells in there with the Bondak Queen. So what we're going to do is kind of lead the player down to the final fight with the Queen. The Queen is going to dominate the middle of the room with several layers to her, and I think that's the best way to do it. We lead the player down by having one fuel cell part the way down, and then another fuel cell near the bottom, and then the final fight with the Bondak Queen. I think that would work really well. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. Let's get to it. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good day. Hi Roberto, I've been talking to you in the chat room. The chat room goes live the moment I announce that the what's the word? That the live stream will be going ahead. So if you fancy jumping in early, sometimes we have a chat, as you can see on the screen. So let's get into it anyway. Beep beep beep. That did not work because I'm pressing the wrong buttons. There we are. It's good to be organised, isn't it? Right, let's move around for a bit and see how we get on. We need to... What have I... That is not the button I wanted to press, is it? No. We need to move forward. Let's get through this. Actually, let's test the game while we're here. Make sure it all works, so that we have an idea what's going on. Because we've got to get through these things anyway. So, if we do this and then go into the game itself. We have made a world here. It's an 8-bit world, and it's not the most smooth world, but you know, it's here. This is the only problem. There we go. Haha, the sensors. Yes, Roberto, we're going to have to deal with the sensors, but right, where is the first thing? I've forgotten where all the things are. Why don't we just go to the room with the... Yeah, we'll go to over here. We need the key, that's what we need. Which is in this room that actually goes back to where we came out of. It's the other side of the landing bay. Doof. We need that. Picked up the armory key. I knew we'd find it. There we go. So now we go over here. Do we? Yes. I have to check the map. We've been doing this for so long. I still have to check the map. Here we are. We've got the key. We'll open this door. Fight this odd-looking Bondak. There we go. Grab the fuel cell while we're here. No, fire. Fuel cell collected. Right. Was there something else in here? I can't remember whether we... No, we didn't. We just need to go in the generator room now. Is that the door? Yes. Which is the next one. Need to go in here. And our character will now walk straight into the wall until we hit the door. Poof, there we are. Nothing much in here. Speed up a bit. There we are. There. Force field lowered. Perhaps you should consider taking part in the annual CPC game creation contest, though I guess this is not your priority. It's a good idea, Roberto. I hadn't considered it, but I may do that. Because, never know. We might get an honourable mention. I doubt anyone's going to say this is good enough to actually win, but we might get an honourable mention. But yeah, you're right. It's not the priority. The priority is basically just to enjoy a Sunday night making some games. Right, we're back up here. So I need my map again. Where are we going now? We need to go into the third office. Right, so we should be able to do that from here. And we can't see the Bondak's vulnerable portions to kill it. I'm going to modify this Bondak at some point, because I had an idea. We're looking at the Bondak here, and we have to shoot both of these vulnerable points. I'll highlight them with the mouse. But we have to shoot both the vulnerable points. But what if we have one visible at first, where we shoot that, and then the other one becomes visible? Then you shoot that, and the Bondak gets killed. I think that would work better. But for the moment, we'll do it as we've got it here, just to get through the game. Because it looks a bit weird when you take out part of it. We can't activate it from here, but we can activate that. Warning, the Bondaks have attacked. All personnel evacuating. Anyway, a bit of world building. We'll put some more of that in later on, I think. So, I like the idea of that. It gives a bit of atmosphere to the game if we just leave messages around on terminals. How did I miss that first shot? Right, the force field is down, and that means we now go to the stairs up, which is through this door here. Oh, door disappeared, weird. Right, we go through here, I think. Yes. And first door on the right removes the final. There is a unique atmosphere to 3D construction kit. You're absolutely right, Roberto. I love the style that these old 3D style games can create. There's atmosphere to it. Right, we have to kill this Bond. This is where we were having so much effort put in last time. To get rid of this Bondak up here. And that has shown us a bug. Oh no, it is there. There is a thing there. I thought it was a bug there. Right, we need to turn around. Yes, because that's now put in this floor. Bridge even. We can walk across the bridge. Have I just fallen in? Fell in, didn't I? Yep, I fell off the... How did I fall? What? I fell into the bridge. That's just weird. Okay, we need to sort that out. How do I look up? Force field lowered. Right. Oh my goodness. Right, we've now got the force fields down. We should, despite the fact that I have actually fallen through the bridge, and I'm not sure how I did that since it's solid, we now need to leave. And we're back out into the main area with all of the force fields gone, so we can get through to this final one, which should be the one on the right here. So, that's not bad. But we haven't got anywhere to go from here, so if I stand in front of this, it won't actually do anything. Yeah. Okay, so we are now in the position that we need to be in, so let's put in an entrance, add the entrance where we are, and we need to make a note of that. So, now we need to add in some notes. Entrance 26. What's the first? Right, so it's area 3. Ooh. Entrance 26. Entrance 2. Entrance to Bondak Queen. I believe we'll be on area 8 now for the Bondak Queen area. I'm just going to make some quick notes there. Right, we can exit from this. Area. Add area. The add area. We get there in the end. It's a bit off, but right, so we have a new area to play with. So we can't go too high with it, but we can do something. So are we at the edge? Yes, we are. It's not massive. We don't have a huge amount of space. So we'll build this up. We're going to start with the bottom because that's where we are, and then see how we go. If I create cube and edit that cube, we'll move the entrance later on. We need to move it this way. Right, we'll send it right to the back, and then we'll start work on building up. We're going to do it reasonably simply. Is that as far back as it goes? Yes. Let's reduce this size to 4. But stretch it right out. Might take a few minutes. We've got to build this up, basically. Right. Okay. Stretch this back. We're going to build the stairs up and up and up, basically. Can it go any further? Yes, it can. Get it right over to the edge. Right. So we move this up 4. Roberto says, it's amazing that such a piece of software could be handled by the CPC. It is, you're right. It's a technological achievement, and they did some great stuff with this. Copy that cube. No. back. Oh, the things we do to spend our time. It's only 8:15. We actually got through the force field part of the game pretty quick. I expect the whole thing's probably only going to take people about half an hour to 45 minutes once we're finished. Which isn't bad for an old style game on, I think, 64K. I'll be happy with that. Is that? Yes. That is as far back as it'll go. Yep. Shrink this again. 1, 2, 3. That should work. Okay. Right, let's try that out. Yes. We're reasonably high up as well. It should be 464 compatible, yes, Roberto. I'm trying to not use up too much memory. I'm using the 128K system, the editor, so that the condition editor is in with the environment editor at the same time. But I'm hoping to make the whole thing 464 compatible. If it's not, that'll be a shame. But nothing I can do about it once it's all done. But yeah, I'm hoping to make the whole thing work on all of the Amstrads. That would be the best route, in my view. But if we can't have it like that, then we can't have it like that. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to worry too much, after all. Anyone these days who doesn't have a 64K memory expansion can, of course, play it through an emulator. So it's not like they have to miss out entirely. It's not like the old days. That should put that there. Yeah. As far back as that's going to go, right? And move that across as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's leave that there. Okay, right, so that's our first bit. We're up reasonably high, so I'm going to add a platform in a minute for coming across that way. And, well, actually I'll just build a cube and it'll fill it up. But what we're going to do now is we want our first bond... no, we want our first fuel cell. Do we? No, we don't want a fuel cell there. I'm getting ahead of myself. So we want a fuel cell down at the bottom. Let's move across. Put a fuel cell over here. Create. And then they're a bit weird, the fuel cells. So let's get that set up over in the corner. Yeah, that's what I want. Let's shrink this in. Press the wrong button. We need to copy that pyramid. Edit the pyramid. What am I doing? I can't move these at the same time. Let's move them into place. I've been using Second Life too much. I was thinking I could just grab them both and then just pull them to where I need them to be. You can't do that. It's 3D construction kits, not Second Life. Which, by the way, if you guys aren't in Second Life, you're missing out. It's still fun. A lot of people have left, but you can still find good communities there. And I've been doing stand-up comedy in there. It's actually a lot of fun. So if you get the chance, have a look at it. It's worth it. It's not just nerds having cyber sex, which still happens, unfortunately. But what can you do? Right. Actually, I want to edit that down a bit. That's too thick. It's too wide. So if we shrink that down that way, Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's what we need to move that over there. Wish there was a grid option, but of course you can't have that. You can't have everything on these older systems. You've got to make do. It would make lining these things up an awful lot easier though. Let's put that over there. And we'll wander over in a minute and make sure it's in the right place. Okay. Which it isn't. Of course it's not. Incentive did graphic adventure. I loved graphic adventure creator. I've made so many adventure games with that. I didn't realise it was the same people. That is actually rather interesting. I suppose they've got a track record then, haven't they, of game creation tools. Is that lined up? Oh, yeah, it is. Right, we got it in the right place. Go back. Go on. Yes. Right, we're getting somewhere. Ooh. Neutrino Fire says, oh, I can chat on me telly. Excellent. Well done. Nice to hear from you. I hope you've been enjoying it. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button now. Move that way. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. So. Oh. Right, we need to, okay, create. Are we too close? I think we're probably too close. It'll cause problems. Create a cube. Yes, that's okay. So we need to edit this cube. And which number is it? Number 8. Graphic Adventure Creator, which you posted in 2017. I did, but I didn't realise that that they'd produced it. Number 8 is Fuel Cell 1. I'm not very good at the names, you see. That's why I didn't realise it was the same people who created this and that. But yeah, it's like their track record thing, isn't it? Let's shrink that way as well. That's not going to fit, is it? No. Let's move forward a bit. Need to shrink this down. I think that's in about the right place. Up and down one. Is that kind of works? It's not really how it needs to be. Hi Patrick, how you doing? Oh, that's not right. It's starting to get warm in here. I'm getting annoyed with this weather. It's killing me off, man. I'm not sure this looks right, but let's stretch it up a bit. That is the wrong button. Stretch that way. Yes, that's what we wanted. shouldn't really work, but I'll go with it because you're not going to see that mostly, are you? Right, so that's pretty much it. Now, there's the fuel cell. That end thing isn't in the right place, is it? Even though it looked like it was, it's not. Yeah. I'll leave it for now because it kind of works. But it's not... That's a complete mess. Oh, for goodness sake, look at that. Hello, Ashbeer. This is... How have I messed this up so much? Right, let's move it and edit it and stretch it and twist it and make it work. Down one and stretch that way. Okay, let's start a condition. Local, create. Oh dear. Local, edit, first condition. If shot 8, then did we have a message for this? Fuel cell collected. Yes, we did. Text call 12. That'll give us our usual one. Print. So it's measured 7 because we've got a note down for that already. 004 014. Destroy 8. Variable 3 is fuel, so we need to know how exactly we deal with that into the fuel. Do we just add something on the variables? Where's the thing about variables? This is the manual. It's very useful to have. Adv. Okay. Adding 25 to variable number 21 is add v 25 21. So if we add v 1 to 3, that should work. And if. Okay. Let's test that. Fuel cell connected. There we are. We did have a wait command, didn't we? We added wait to something else. Well, we can sort that out another time. Right, so let's get back to what we were doing. So, we're now in a reasonable position because we've got our fuel cell. Even though I've just shot it, we should restart and just jump back into it. Go to area 8. So that's back and we don't lose everything and lose track. So, we're doing alright so far. Let's move around a bit quicker. So, we've incentivized the player to come down here because they need to get that. Now we need to copy that. A cube that we've got there. Where is it? There it is. Edit that. By, let's move around a bit so we get lined up properly. Actually, we need to be over here because this is the bit that we're doing now. So, I hope you guys are alright and having a good evening. I'm certainly feeling like we're getting some good progress here. I'm enjoying this. Okay, let's move that over here. It does not like to move very quickly now, does it? Right, now we're getting somewhere. So, let's move it back out. We are aligned up, so that's good. And switch it that way. Yes. Excellent. Now we are getting to the right thing. There we go. Doing very well now. Sounds far back as it'll go? No, it isn't. Right. Stretch it right across. This is going to be a big one, but we've got to do it. Ba 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 ba. Is that? No, it's not. Right. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay. Let's make sure that it's alright. Let's move over here. Let's shrink this a little bit, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because that doesn't quite look right. Hi, Jen. How are you doing? This is it's going well for us. Shrink that in a bit. Yeah, that'll work. Then we can walk forward. Hopefully we won't fall off it. If we do, well, there we are. So now we're up quite high. Oh, there we are. We've now hit the point where it is going to cause falling damage if we fall, or at least it acknowledges that we've fallen. So that's good news. We can use that. We could really screw the player over with that. Right, let's copy that block we just made. Ah, yes, Jennifer has almost finished her train models. If you haven't seen Jen's channel, by the way, she's got a load of updates on her trains and the railway she's been building, which is great, so give that a look. She's doing well with that. Let's see if it is kind of moving. And she's banging on the roof now. That is her. I don't know why she's doing that, Jen. Causing me noise and nuisance. But she is up there in her own little micro-nation. She's declared her own nation of Jennytopia. Which she seems to be very happy about. She's decided she's Empress Jenny of Jennytopia. Because there's nothing like naming something in an imaginative way. Jennytopia rules. Well, in response to Jen declaring Jennytopia, I've decided to declare the nation of Colandia, which is a German word for cabbage. So basically it's cabbage land. And that is where all of my programming will be done from. So you're coming live we are broadcasting live from Colandia, the micronation. Which just sounds ridiculous. But you know, there we are. Yes, I hope she will rule wisely. So do I, because she's right above my head. So if she doesn't rule wisely, I'm going to get it literally up here and never hear enough of it. So yeah. But don't worry, we're not declaring war. We are not competing micronations. Although she is a noise nuisance. It's one of those strange situations with micronations. You can actually have land disputes not about who owns which territory, but about who is the noisy neighbour. So there we are. Just one of those things. Let's how are we doing? Right. Jen, please stop. She's banging on the roof and making a noise. And I just wonder what our actual neighbours are going to think of that. Because she's being a noisy nuisance. So we've got 3 steps. I want to get a 4th one. Just get really high up and give it a proper sense of depth, because the Bondat Queen I want to make is going to take up a huge amount. So you'll actually see the Bondat Queen, the top of the Bondat Queen. Let's bring up the screen here. So you'll actually see the Bondat Queen from when you come into the room, and it'll tower down to the bottom where that fuel cell is that we just made, and it'll be a big thing. I want it to be an imposing Bondat with lots of nodules coming off it. And as you're going down, you have to shoot a vulnerability, which will then open another vulnerability further down, and basically the game will bring you down to get the final fuel cell. And that's what I'm aiming for with this. I think that'll be really cool. So, let's get back to this. We need to... I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Are you all still there? It hasn't just slowed everything down, has it? Sorry about that. I almost gave you the intro sequence again. I did not mean to do that. No one wants to see the intro twice. Edit. Patrick says, my alien race from my sci-fi epic chameleons are declaring war because they want Genitopia for themselves. So yeah, at some point, why not create Genitopia their own 3D construction kit? I may do that. That would be an interesting project. Patrick, do not invade my house. That would be just wrong. Oh. This is coming together surprisingly quickly. I'm actually very pleased with how this is working out. This will be our final step for this side. Wow, it does not like to move quick, does it? We are filling this area up with a lot of blocks, so I suppose it's going to take a bit of processing power. Up and up. That should get us into place. Yeah, that should do it. This does not want to move quick. Hopefully we aren't making this too full up and spoiling it. Should be fine, should be fine. Shrinking that side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Right, so quick walk around and make sure this actually works. Wrong way, wrong way. There we are. Let's go over here. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this is working out. Guys, we are doing alright here. I like that. I like that noise. That's fun. Right, let's walk over to the edge here as far as we can get. And edit that final one that we had. Where is the cube? Literally, where is the cube? Where is it? Put it. View mode. Where is it? Where's it put me cube, man? Alright, we'll just start again then. That's a bit annoying. I don't know where that cube went. Delete the last one. Did we even... Oh. Did it even make that? I don't know where it is. No, don't bring up a... Where has it put my cube? did it even create one? I don't see it. Right, we're gonna act as if it didn't actually make a copy of that cube. I'm pretty sure I asked for one, but it's not there. So let's copy that cube. There it is. There's what we want. Right, we're getting somewhere now. Let's move it across to that way. We need to make the third side so that we're up quite high. Oh dear. And then we should be able to start thinking about where to put this second fuel cell. I'm thinking on the corner up there. That would make sense. Oh, I can hear my cat shouting. Fred! Freddykins, we're up here. Hello. Hello there. Come on then. Come on, my girl. Hi. Have we woken you up? Oh, she's a little bit tired. How are you doing? Hi. Oof. You're a good girl, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, my little snuggle bone. You okay? Yeah? Good girl. Yeah, I've got a little cat here. And I think I know why she's shouting for me. Right, guys, I will be back in a few moments. I've got a hungry cat here. Back in a moment. Come on then, Fred. He's a good girl. Come on, baby. Yeah, I'm just feeding the cat. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But there's no snooze button on a cat that wants its dinner, that's for certain. Let's get back to what we're doing here. Where are we? So, we have a platform that we need to put in the right place. So let's look up a bit. Yeah. This has come together rather well. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are doing well. Is that going to move any further? No, it's in the right place now. Okay, move it up. And across. Yeah, this is coming together rather well now. The scars from cat scratches, they do know what they like, don't they? And what they don't. And what they like is to scratch people and attack them. Oh. Do. Right, how's that? Yeah, that's in the right place now. So, now we are getting somewhere. That is going quite high up. We need to copy that. and put that into place. And I think we are almost at the point where we can start doing a few other things instead. Like putting in the bond deck and the fuel cell. And we're stuck. It won't move across. Is that literally cannot move, right? We'll shrink it down. And see if that can move up. It must have got caught on something. Yep, now we can do it. It's okay. Right. This really is quite high up. Oh my goodness, I think we might even be able to just leave this as the final platform and not go with all four sides like I was going to. It is significantly taller than before, so that's good news. Making use of the fact that we've got a 3D environment, which is nice. Is that? Yeah, that's okay. Put this platform up there. As far as it'll go. Right, and move it down. Nope, that is as far as it'll go. Right, stretch it out. Because that does not look like it's right to the edge. No, that really is. Okay. Right. If that's that is substantially taller than we've had before for these rooms. So, what if we have a look and see how this goes? Oh no, we're in the wrong mode. We're in walk mode. Right. There we are. Right, walk. Where even are we? What's going on here? Right, I got turned around there. Right, let's have a look and see where we are. Okay, so we're here. Right, let's move over. And turn around. Yes, this works. Yes. And then in this big void that we've got here, all of this, we would have a giant head of a Bondak with like bulges coming off it and a vulnerability that you would shoot there. And then it'll open up another vulnerability on the next level down, which you'll have to go around to get to. You shoot that, and it'll open up a vulnerability further down, which you'll have to go around to shoot down. And then once you get right to the bottom, then you shoot the final vulnerability, and the Bondak Queen just gets destroyed. Hello, Mad Commodore. So that will be how we do it. So we've got to put in a doorway now. Where are we? Here we are. Okay, let's move ourselves slightly away from the side and see if we can create a rectangle up here without it going mad with me. It's gone mad with me. Where is it? Where's my rectangle? Where is it hidden it? Hi, Steve Flanagan. It's hidden me rectangle. Where is it? Oh, come on. It does not like putting these in, does it? Oh my goodness, it really, really doesn't. Okay, let's delete that rectangle. Because I don't know where it is. We'll create a new one. There it is. There's a rectangle for us. It's a good rectangle. That's what we want. So move it up. Wow, it takes a while. Oof. I know we made a big environment here, but come on. Actually, while we're here, we'll stretch it up a bit because we know we need to. Move it over to here, come on. Thank you, Roberto. It is quite impressive. I want it to be imposing. I want it to really feel imposing. Like you're actually going to be battling in a big environment that's memorable and worth having fought this way through the game to get to. Move this over now. Should it come across? Yes, it does. Right. Hungry semi-feral cats are the worst. Can confirm my cat is a rescue cat and no one knows where she's from, so she's kind of feral. And I love her so much. She's cuddly and very loving to me and to people she likes, but not to everyone. I think it's all about trust issues and how she was abandoned when she was very young, but I love her so much. She's wonderful. But I would say that she's my cat. Right, is that as far back as it'll go? Right, there is our entrance. So we're going to go over to that and edit the entrance. Right. And area edit, no, not edit area. Area edit entrance. Entrance 1. Set coordinates to where we are. Yes, okay. Edit. So, number 15 is our new rectangle. So if we add in 15. Door in from corridor. So. Local condition, we need to create a new one. Local edit. If hit 15, then go to, and we need to go to 26 in area 3. And here we are. There's the all of these things. There's all the false fields. So we need to edit the conditions in here as well now. Local condition, I think it's condition 1. There's all of the, yes it is. If hit do we even have this written down? Oh, we do not. 13 to 18 are exit rectangles. That is wonderful. I think it's 18 then. Let's leave it as it is there. So I think that's going to be number 18. So let's edit in this rectangle 18. Hi Mickey Smith, how are you doing? Let's move this up. Yes, it is number 18. Excellent. So let's drop that back down again. Okay, so we can change the condition there. Condition local edit. I should have looked that up before we started doing all of the coding, but didn't, because why not? If hit 18, then go to 1 in 8 and if. And there we are, we're up at the top. Right, so let's save at this point because we don't want to lose it. Done a lot of work, don't want to lose all of that. And as usual, we need to save on the hard drive as well. And save. Okay, so that's done. We're doing okay now. Oh. Right, I need to have a quick break and this week's it's Diet Pepsi this week for the brake liquid, the brake fluid as they say. Mad Commodore says, good you're looking after a semi-feral cat. My one was passed around like a bag of toffees from age 4 and 8 weeks and just dropped off to me and left within seconds. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, well, at least you've got a loving home now. Coke Zero. Anybody have an opinion on it? Well, I saw a very interesting video on YouTube not long back where it turned out that Coca-Cola invented Coke Zero because it spent so much time over the last few decades making Diet Coke only appeal to women. So when the backlash started about high sugar drinks came in and they thought, we're going to lose our market here, they couldn't just pivot to pushing Diet Coke because men wouldn't drink it anymore. Which I thought was hilarious. But apparently that's how it is. So they had to spend a fortune essentially reinventing Diet Coke and called it Coke Zero. Personally, I don't mind the taste, but I do prefer Diet Coke. It's got a slightly sharper taste to it, which I think is nice. But Diet Pepsi is actually the first of the diet soda style drinks and was originally created as a drink for diabetics, which came in a can that looked rather medical. And when Pepsi found that more than just diabetics were drinking it, they decided, well, we've got something good in our hands here. Hence, Diet Pepsi started turning up in everywhere. Oh. Right, so what we need to do now with this game is put the Bondak Queen in. And that's going to be a big thing. So we're going to have to build up in stages for this. And it's going to be a weird looking one. But we've got 12.2k to work with. Oh, my neck is killing me, I'll tell you that. It's probably a good thing you can't hear it cracking and grinding as I move. Let's finish this off and then we'll get back to the game. And what I want to do is have the Bondak Queen look different to the standard Bondak, but still made of bits of like pyramids and things like that. So it has the same kind of characteristics, but looks noduly and weird. It's probably going to take a fair bit of doing. Me and the taxi driver thought the improved/different taste is partly down to the psychology of identical red can for Coke Zero. It's possible, yeah, but from what I heard was it's supposed to just taste like Coca-Cola, but without the sugar content, which I think is surprising that they were able to do that. But hey. But the weirdest thing is New Coke. Remember New Coke? Apparently it tasted better than original Coke and was better for you, but people phoned up and complained at Coke in a way that a psychiatrist who was listening on some of these calls said sounded like someone who had recently had a death in the family. That's how close these people were to a product from a drinks manufacturer. So they end up bringing the original Coke back. So yeah, New Coke. killed off because people reacted like a death in the family. Right. Let's get back to the game. Press the right button and we get the game back. Hooray! Okay, so what I'm going to do is just turn and walk off the edge. I like how they've had to put in a sound effect so that they know they can tell you what's happened there, because basically they just teleported us to the ground. There's no falling mechanic in this. That's a cheap trick, but it works. Okay, let's start building the Bondak Queen. Let's think, how do we want to do this? Create a pyramid. Zoe, I saw the Cola Wars documentary last month too. I don't remember the new taste fiasco personally, but I do remember I preferred real Coke to Diet Coke. I didn't see the Coke Wars documentary, I have to admit. It's probably one I would actually enjoy, so I'll probably look that up. I saw something on a video, I think it's Today I Found Out or something like that on YouTube. Great channel, by the way, have a look at that. The guy is really easy to listen to, even if he does pronounce things incorrectly, possibly on purpose to cause people to comment, which is not a bad tactic when you think about it, because any engagement works. But yes, a lot of people do seem to prefer the taste of normal Coke to Diet. I'm not one of those people. I really do like the taste of Diet better. Ah, hi Jen, we're just talking about Cokes. So let's move this up here. Right, we've got our first footprint for the Bondak Queen. I'm going to have another one of these. Copy that pyramid. So we're starting at number 16. So 16 to whatever we finish. To whatever we finish as will be the Bondak Queen. Got my trusty pen here. Love fountain pens for writing. It's a better experience than ballpoints, and I understand why ballpoints came in, but fountain pens definitely a better choice. Fountain pens, the original cork of pens. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Right, let's move this across. Jennifer's coming. She has opinions. No, she's not coming over here. Oh, she is coming over here. You have opinions that you wish to share? Jenna's now going to stand in the doorway just here next to me and pull faces at me. Apparently that's what she's come down for from her land of Jennytopia. Used to use a fountain pen at school, was a gift from Mum. That's nice, Commodore. I had a fountain pen at school, and I always found that, unfortunately, the amount that we had to write at school meant I always broke it. I was not a good fountain pen user, I have to admit. Jenna's pulling faces at me off the off the screen over there. She's trying to distract me and it's working. It really is working. Right, we've got the first two footprints. Hungry Jenny are dangerous too. Yes. I think you're right, Roberto. We've got a hungry Jenny and she's decided to annoy. Right, let's edit this cube. Patrick, that is a bad idea and you should be ashamed of yourself for it.
No,
No, do not.
I know what does perturb Zoe, though. Smell alright today.
I didn't know what you were doing there. That's... Oh my goodness. Guys, look what I have to put up with. I'm trying to make a game here, and she's just coming in and sniffing at me and pulling faces. I have to live with this. I don't know how I cope, man. It's just not right. Okay, is that... I think we need to move to work this one out. Okay, where is the cube? That's why it's in the wrong... Right, actually that works as a position for the cube, because I want it to look weird with lots of nodules all over. So if we stretch this out this way... Is that even... Yeah, it is coming this way. I'm going to make this massive with lots of bits on it. Yeah. No, I'm moving now. I'm not stretching. That's wrong. I need to stretch it that way. Now we're getting somewhere. It's going to look weird. It's got like 2 feet and it's massive. This is going to work out. Now she's... What is that you've got? It smells rather nice.
Yes, it's Idiot Burko's whiskey choice.
Ah, Speaker Burko whiskey.
Yes.
How is this... Oh. How is this stretching down like that?
Why are the police out?
Ooh. We've got a CCTV system here, and
Where did they just come from?
I don't know. Looks like the Rozzers are out. So what have you been doing?
I can definitely smell a pork product of some description.
Right, we need to move around again because we need to see this from the other side. This is the problem when you're trying to build massive creations.
I'm going back into my lair in the loft.
You're retreating to Genitopia, are you?
I'm going to finish watching, Miss Congeniality.
Okay. You go and watch your weird girly flick.
You said it was really good.
It's actually not a bad film, I'll grant you that.
Good.
How is this still... I'm trying to stretch this over onto that. But... We can't. It can't be that big. This is going to be the... We've just built an entire room and I can't even place a cube on top of a pyramid. That's not even remotely at the right point, is it? Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Stretch this way. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it wouldn't arrange. Right, so now it's on top of it. Yes, now it won't stretch down. That's it. Right, so we're getting there. That's kind of working. So, it's, no, wrong button, wrong button. We need to stretch this across this. Yes. Now we are getting somewhere. We'll keep going until we finish this, because I have an idea in my head of how it looks. Yes. Right. So that's looking good. Commodore says I might write a colour Petsy graphic adventure in BASIC for Christmas on YouTube. Might even do it live. Emulators make it more convenient, but might use a tape deck and C64 as we did as kids. Emulators do make it so much easier. You can save multiple times and create save states and all sorts. It makes it so much easier. But I do like the idea of a graphic adventure for Christmas. That would be cool. Tell us if you do that and I'll tune in. Right, here we are. Stretch this way. I like to see more people coding for old systems. It's one of the reasons why I started doing this, is so that it brought it back into people's minds to make new games. And if we do it all live, then brings other people in who wouldn't have thought about it. Jen, stop!
Somebody said that they'd donate $2 if I tickled you.
Stop it!
I believe that's $2 you now owe me. Do you have Super Chat?
No.
Oh, I don't know how you're going to donate $2.
Take it away. Ticklish, stop it. I have to live with that. And you lot encourage it. She's horrible to me. She is. Right, let's move up a bit. Sadly, Zoe seems to have taken down the link to what? What have I taken the link down from, Patrick? I haven't touched anything. Sorry, I don't know what you're on about. Right, let's copy this cube now. Hopefully it'll arrive on top of the old one. Yes, it kind of has. Hi Douglas, how you doing? Oh, for donation, I don't think I have a donations link. I don't remember ever having a donations link because I don't think YouTube lets small creators like me have them. They're a bit picky like that, let's put it that way. Where's it gone? Where's the cube? There it is, right. Okay. Patrick, you've donated via Patreon and all that. If you want to, guys, there is a Patreon link. You do get to see all of the scripts for the GameHammer episodes and CPC episodes. They get put up onto Patreon along with the full-size artwork and the sketches of the comics that I created all over thehouse.net and knobmouse.net. That's NOBMOUSE.net. The link is on screen somewhere over there, or actually over there. It's at the bottom of the screen, Patreon. So if you want to do that, that's great. I appreciate that, but you don't have to. No one is ever going to force you to do that. So there you go. But yeah, we're really just here to enjoy creating games, so don't feel pressured. Where is the... There it is. Right. I need to get further up and higher, I think. Yeah, we need to move higher to see where we're going. Right, let's have a look. Okay, that's a bit better, yeah. Yes, this is working out. Right, so we need to move this down one, I think. No. Move it this way, 1. 2. Yeah. Emulators are better for coding the games, says Mad Commodore, but I lost a 95% complete 5K VIC-20 game on a 3TB. Oh dear. Yeah, I can see how that would be a bit annoying. And it is easier. It's harder to lose tapes. I agree, it is harder to lose tapes, yes. Having said that, you can't really see the room around me. You can't really see the room around me, but somewhere over here, past these PS2 games here, somewhere over there is a cassette that I saved a load of games onto, and I don't know where it is. But conversely, and just pick discs up. I know exactly where the discs are. The discs are in a big box. I've got games down here behind me as well. And pick a cartridge up and find the cartridges. I have no idea where the cassette's gone. It's just... it's a mess in here. It is. It really is a mess. Which reminds me, I'm trying to get GameHammer going 5 days a week, Monday to Friday again, with an extra video on a Saturday. And then the live game codings on Sunday. So maybe for a Saturday we need to do a new tour of the office, because we haven't had a game room tour for quite a while. And it's probably about time that I did one, which would give me a good incentive to actually tidy this room up. Anyway, let's get back to the game. I want to finish this Bond at Queen off today. So... Is this in the right place, where we need it? Not convinced. I think it's actually now quite... yeah, right. I want to shrink this in that way. Yeah, that works. Patrick has a lab. He's got nearly 600 CPC, C64, Amiga and Specky tapes and discs in his lab. That's pretty good going there, Patrick. I do not have a lab. That would be quite cool if I did. But my game room is, well, it's stacked, basically. It's ridiculous. At the last count, it's 1,500 and odd PlayStation 2 games are in here, along with my entire Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Nintendo 64, Texas Instruments, Amstrad, Master System, PC, and that's about it. It's all stacked in here on... Basically, the entire room is... let's bring it up. Basically, this entire room, apart from this piece of wall here, is entirely shelved out in custom shelves that are designed specifically to take PlayStation 2 games. So, you can see them there. DVD size cases. The entire room is stacked out like that, except for a load of shelves that are over next to the window where it's larger and I can keep other things as well. The entire room, this is where I work. This is my office where I run my small business from and I do all my other stuff. It's built to take games. And I've got easy access to Master System, just on a shelf here, and Mega Drive. Good game, that one. And all that. The entire place is shelved out. Behind the computer, just here, the computer, behind that are all the consoles. So I've got my sound system set up for the mixer with the microphone, then Super Nintendo, N64, Mega Drive, an N-Joypad, which is a weird Famiclone, GameCube with the Game Boy player, Sega Saturn, Xbox original, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, Nintendo Wii, Amstrad CPC right in front of me with the disc drive, the Mac keyboard, then underneath that graphics tablet, Texas Instruments, a DVD system, and basically everything else is games. And it's set up so efficiently for me because I can just grab things and go. That's how I make the GameHammer Daily. It's like, what are we doing for the review for this next episode? Grab whatever I want, we go straight into it. That's how I like to do it because it makes it so efficient. But the biggest problem is I ran out of space because this wall is getting converted to more shelving to finish off the PlayStation 2 collection, which will eventually, once we've finished building that, give me space for all 2,200 and odd games for the PS2. We've got 75, about just under 75.5% of the PAL UK collection. We've got all of them. They're in here, lined up on the shelves. It's a massive set with more in the other room waiting for the shelves to be built. It'll give us the space to put them all up, plus the few extras that we still need to get to finish the set off. In the room behind me, behind this wall, all of the Xbox collection, all of the Wii collection, Xbox One, and a few other things. And then in another room are the large boxes for like the collector's edition thing of Elder Scrolls Online, that Animal Crossing game that came out on the Wii U, the big boxes for the PS2 sets and things like that. They're all stored there. So it's really efficient. But it's such a ridiculous amount. Oh, I've got Game Gear and Game Boy games in here as well. They're just behind me. But, yeah, it's efficient, but it's time consuming to make the programs. But I've got a nice little setup that lets me just get on. But since we're talking about Texas Instruments just now, look at the cartridges for the Texas Instruments. Isn't that a weird shape? It's a weird system. I love the Texas Instruments. Out of all the computers in the world, the Amstrad CPC is my favourite. I love that system, which is why I program all these games on it. But let me just get it out. How can you not like that? The world's first 16-bit computer. I love this thing. And you can just you can program it. You can plug a tape recorder in via what looks like a joystick port but isn't. And if you plug your joysticks into that, they don't work. The joysticks go in on the other side there. And it's got a nice little piece here, which I call the cup warmer because this thing gets warm. It's actually a heat sink. But the cartridges sit onto that and then just slide into the system. So it looks really good. And yes, Roberto, it is a 16-bit system. This is the world's first 16-bit home computer. TI-99, do I have Munchman for it? I do. At the moment, the cartridge I've picked up randomly is Tombstone City. But let's have a look. Yep. Just behind me, Munchman. So yeah, I like Munchman. It's a bit weird, but I do like it. Got all the greats here. Alpina, nice game, that one. I actually bought the Texas Instruments with a load of games. There's a kind of box set thing from eBay, and I'm really glad I held out and got that because it was worth it. It's basically giving me a collection that goes straight into the museum when we build it. But Microsurgeon, this is a weird game, but yeah. Hangman, which is surprisingly good, and one of those few games that actually uses the TI-99's keyboard. Most games are weird and they use joystick only, which I think was a bad move on Texas Instruments' part. TI Invaders, one of the best Space Invaders games that you can get for a home computer of that era. A lot of fun, that one. But the best game that you have to have if you get a Texas Instruments, Parsec. Yeah. It's a Defender Scramble, that kind of. I can't remember which is which clone. It's brilliant, and if you play any game on a Texas Instruments or a Texas Instruments emulator, play Parsec. It's wonderful. One of the best games on the system. Probably the best game. Anyway, let me put these away, then we'll get back to what we're actually here for. But yeah, as a demonstration, you see how efficient that is. They're just there. I can get them out, plug them in, and go. I'll just move the computer over here for the moment. Keep it out the way. Right. I think I only have one TI-99 kart game and no joystick adapter. Oh my goodness, yeah. The joysticks. I've got a third-party joystick. I've actually got two third-party joysticks here for the TI. They are, oh my goodness. Basically, they saw what Atari did and copied it. That is, if you didn't see these orange lines, that would look like an Atari joystick, wouldn't it? But it's got 3 buttons because, you know, Atari had 1, so you've got to have more. I like the one on top. It actually gives it a nice arcadey feel. The problem is that all these buttons do the same thing because the Texas Instruments is a 1-button machine. So all of these buttons do the same thing. And listen to this. Listen to this. How mushy is that joystick? These things are awful for actually trying. There's hardly any movement, hardly any give to it. It's so bad to use these. I don't like it. But yeah, what do you do? Because this is a 7-pin connector. That's not an Atari connector. It looks like an Atari connector, but it's got one extra pin. So you can't use Atari joysticks. Which means that all my Amstrad ones and the Mega Drive and things like that, can't use them. It's got its own special proprietary joystick. Mad Commodore says, is it analog or digital? You know, that's a good question. I think it's digital. I'm not entirely sure though. Could be analog, but I'm pretty sure it's digital. So, yeah, it's one of those things. But anyway, love the Texas Instruments. Probably going to do a fair bit more with it for this new series of GameHammer. But for the moment, let's get back to what we're here for. Right, so we're creating this Bondak Queen, and I've just... Oh, hang on. Are we still streaming? I hope we are. I've just pressed the wrong button. I was pressing buttons in the wrong window. I am not used to this, am I? My goodness. Won't be going pro anytime soon. Certainly not going to be challenging PewDiePie for his crown. Let's put it that way. So, let's move on. Got a Vectrex for the first time a couple of months ago. The analog joystick is challenging. I'll bet it is. So, I think that looks alright from where we are with this. I'm trying to do a different style for this. I want to... let's have another jump up. No, wrong one. Stretch up, not jump up. Yeah, I want to... There we are. Right, here we are. Parsec has speech, just checked it out. It does. The Texas Instruments, because it's by Texas Instruments, it has this, hang on, since we're talking about it again. It has this port on the side, which you can slide open. It's the expansion port. You can attach a speech synthesizer that goes on the side of the machine. And it's the same chip as in Texas Instruments Speak and Spell. Since they like most companies, if you've got a good thing, you reuse it. So they reused the Speak and Spell. And it made a hell of a speech synthesizer. I have to admit, I was very impressed when I heard it. It's actually really good. So yeah. But that's Texas Instruments for you. You can get a speech synthesizer, a memory expansion. I think it's got a hard drive if you want to go down that route. And all sorts. It's actually a really good computer. But the problem is, if you attach all of these external things, you end up stretching the machine out so far. It's like putting two Amstrads together. But there, yeah, most people will just use the machine as it is, of course, and maybe stick the speech synthesizer on the side, which I will get at some point because it's well worth having. But I don't have one yet. Anyway, we've got the big section that I wanted for this, so let's keep going. Create a rectangle. We need another rectangle. Where is it? There it is. We need the rectangle. Edit that and bring it down because I want to put a bit on the side of this. Gauntlet arcade machine. You think? Okay. Where is it? Where's the cube I just made? Am I in the cube that I just made? That wouldn't surprise me. Where is it? Okay, position 77. So it is here. I'm moving it. I just can't see it. Patrick says he has the DK-Tronics speech add-on for the 6128. Excellent. Right. I don't see the thing that we're looking for. Where is it? Is that it? Did I just create a rectangle instead of a cube? Yes, I just created a rectangle. Okay. Well, that's all right. We can use that. We needed a rectangle at some point anyway for the thing that will destroy everything. Right. So let's move that up and into place since it's here, you know. So Patrick, what do you think of the speech add-on for the 6128? I never had an Amstrad speech add-on, I have to admit. I would have liked one as a kid, but never actually got one. So, do you think it's alright? Does it work? How far back is this going? Is that... Wow, this is further back than I expected. Right, there we are. Okay, so stretch that across. Right, that will be the vulnerable area. So let's put that as vulnerable area 3. Yeah. Which one was that? Edit. Oh, the heat is starting to get to me after a bit. Queen killing vulnerability. Right, that will be the one that will kill the queen when we shoot that, but that won't be visible straight away, so we'll deal with that in a minute as well. Actually, let's do that now. Attributes of... no, I need to see that for when I'm making the other stuff. So we'll leave that there, and we'll change that to invisible later on. Copy the cube. Right, where is it? Put the copy of the cube. There. Excellent. That's worked out well. Let's move this into place. That's going to need to move across a bit, isn't it? Yeah. Otherwise it's going to sit on top of the thing that we've got over there. Bring that down. Yep. Slide into place. Takes its time, but I suppose we have to expect that given that this is massive. This is probably the largest room that we've coded so far, and that includes that first one where we've got all the corridor bits. We need to stretch this out over here to create an enclosed space where you can't entirely see the vulnerability of the Bondat Queen from where we were. Right, that's looking pretty good now. I'm liking that. Is that even in the right position? Doesn't really matter, does it? Because we want it to be weird and wobbly and nodully. So, yeah, we'll leave it like that. Create a pyramid. Where is my pyramid? Where's it put it? Is it down there? Yes, it is. See, I'm getting the hang of this now. Now that we're near the end of building a giant monster. Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere, guys. We are starting to be able to put this together. Stretch that out a bit. Yeah. Now it's getting big. It doesn't want to stretch that far. Okay. Oh, we're going to stretch it right across so it fits on. Oh my goodness. Right. Then let's move around. It's big. This thing's massive. it looks weird. It looks odd, which is exactly what we want it to look like. Yes. Okay, so... Oh, hang on, no. Edit. Edit the pyramid, because I want to stretch that out a bit more. Stretch it this way. Yeah, now this is looking good. Well, weird, which is good. Okay. And I want to copy that pyramid because I want another one. There it is. That's good. Excellent. Move it this way. No. Okay. Yes, that's where I want it. Right, move across. Wow, it really is starting to chug. I mean, we have got a massive amount of stuff on screen now, but it is chugging. I think we've reached the limits of what the Z80 can cope with 3D Construction Kit, and it's a Bondak Queen. You can imagine remaking this on the 16 bits and it would have no problem whatsoever with it. Oh, it's on top of it, okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, come on. I know it's big, but you can still deal with it. Yeah. It really doesn't like this, does it? Oh my goodness. Alright, right. Let's see what it's stuck on. What is it stuck on? Oh! I brought it too far forward. That's okay. We can sort that. We can sort that. It's not a problem. Move it back. Yeah, there we are. Oh, everything's slowing down now. See, this is why a lot of people didn't like dealing with 3D Construction Kit. The moment you got a lot of stuff on screen, it doesn't really process too well. It goes very slow. But if you're willing to stick with it, then it's still definitely worth using. And the results are brilliant. You can really, really get going with this stuff. Yeah, there we are. Do we have another set of stairs going up? No, that is the original side. Right, so that's where we come in. So this side here will have a vulnerability on it. So we need to add that in. Hi Jen, how's it going? It's going well. Right, I need another rectangle now. So, we'll put the rectangle between those two pyramids. Create a rectangle. Where is my rectangle? Can you use, say, the Amiga or ST version of 3D Construction Kit and output files for the 8-bit machines? I don't know if you can. It would be a big advantage for developers if you could. I don't know if you can. Where is my Where's it put the rectangle that I've just asked for? Oh, come on. It's got to be here. Patrick says no. Patrick probably does know what he's talking about with that, so apparently he can't. That's a shame. Where's my bloody rectangle? Where is it? Vincent GR. Sorry, I missed your comment, Vincent. Have you ever seen the Tomahawk / Pac-Man series of joysticks? Can't say I have. What system were they for? Okay, I'm just going to delete that rectangle we just put in. I can't find it. Create rectangle. How did they write the 8-bit Freescape games then if this editor is so slow? Cross-development? I would expect it was some kind of direct memory transfer. The same way that the Oliver twins did the Dizzy series and moved it to the Spectrum. It would be easy to port to the Spec. Yes, it would. Wow, it really is going slow now. Oh my goodness. We are reaching the limits of what the Amstrad can do. Right. We are now between... There it is. Hi, Novabug. How you doing? Oh. Right, we're almost finished with the Bondat Queen. We've got another floor of it to do. But we are getting there, so let's edit this. Edit the rectangle, so 24 is the next vulnerability. Vulnerability number 2, just write that down, we'll need that in a moment. Oh. Patrick, do not encourage her. I don't need a repeat of that good comedy you thought was funny, which I didn't. So do not encourage her. She's terrible to live with as it is. And let's see if I can bring this down. Yes. Yes, Jennifer, you. Okay, is that as far back as we can get this? Jennifer Kirk, you are not totally innocent. Shrink that down one. And stretch this out. She says butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Yeah, a few things might melt. And Chris, I totally understand your furiousness. It's not a good situation that we're all stuck in here. But it is a situation we find ourselves in for the moment, so we're going to try and make the best of it, I suppose. But for the moment, let's get back to Mars and attacking this alien. What am I pressing the wrong button? No, don't. No, falling off where I'm supposed to be. Right, here we are. Let's go up here. Make more of this Bondak. Which is a stupid name now I think about it, but it works for an alien. Right. Create the top. Right, for this I want a cube. A big ass cube. Where's my cube? Where's it put the cube? I swear it's doing this on purpose now. Right, delete the cube. Create a cube. Where's my cube, man? Need my cubes. Put it there. It is. There's the cube. Right. Here we go. Move that cube. Move it. I like to move it. Move it. Oh, I am in a funny mood tonight. It's really going slow. The Amstrad not like what we're doing here. Oh my goodness. Domark must have had a version of this on more powerful machines, otherwise each game would take years. Commodore, I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you. This is episode 8 of doing this, of making this particular game, and I've almost finished all of the areas. So we're about 16, maybe 20 hours into it, and we're almost done. So I think actually they could have legitimately just had a few nerds sitting around and making this stuff. It could have been that simple. Probably took a couple of weeks to develop a game once the engine was in. So, yeah, full time it'd probably be okay. Dormark had no quality control. That is sadly true. I remember I always liked their earlier stuff, but later on they got a bit iffy. Ocean were the ones. I mean, when you saw Ocean's name, you knew you were getting something good. Aren't they larger play areas? Not played any in the commercial Fusco. I think they are. Yeah, but we've got like loads of different areas in this, and it's pretty good. But yeah, it probably took them a couple of weeks of like 8 to 10 hour days coding stuff just to make the games. Ocean would never release Pit Fighter. To be honest with you, no one should ever get away with it. Pit Fighter was one of those games where you looked at it and went, did you honestly think this would sell? And the answer is, yes, we thought you were that gullible. It's like, well, how could you? It's one of those things that it was one of the early realizations that not everyone who was in gaming enjoyed gaming, because anyone who was a proper gamer would not have released Pit Fighter. Knight Rider. You know what, guys? Give me 1 second. Where is it? Since we're going to be here for a bit longer anyway, while I finish this Bondi Queen off. Give me one second. Where is it? There it is. Speaking of Knight Rider, has there ever been a good Knight Rider game? Because I've got one here, Knight Rider, and Knight Rider 2, and neither of these are good, and the Amstrad version isn't good. Knight Rider, I remember being a decent, fun program. Why couldn't it get a proper game? Think if you saw this, look at the screenshots. It's got a car flying around, shooting at a helicopter, a car driving. It looks decent. It looks fun. And this one, lasers and car driving. How could you mess that up? But they did, because it's like a cheaper, really low budget Grand Theft Auto clone that has no quality to it. Mad Commodore says, I only got one Knight Rider PS2 game. Mad Commodore, you are not missing out by not having the other one. Go to CEX, they're like £2. Seriously, just get it from CEX. It's not expensive at all. But they're not that good, and it could have been so great. If you imagine Knight Rider as a... remember Driver? If you had Driver in the style of Knight Rider with all the trappings, that would have been amazing. But they didn't do it like that. So it sucks. And I don't think there's ever been a good Knight Rider game. Anyway. Oh, Airwolf was okay. Just had bugger all to do with Airwolf. Airwolf was not okay. If you weren't pressing the up button when you started the game, you died. And it all went downhill from there. Yeah, CPC Airwolf. The only good thing about CPC Airwolf is it has some nice colours and the sound isn't bad. A Knight Rider mod for PS2 Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, yes please. I will drink to that. Right, let's get this Bondat Queen finished. So, actually, before we do anything else... Where am I... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Before we do anything else, press OK. Because we'll come back to that cube in a moment. Save, because we haven't saved for a while. So save the game. Make sure we've got a copy in case anything happens. Drives, DF0, save. I have kit on Rocket League. Oh! Now, you know what, Novabug? You've just made me think Rocket League might be worth another look. So let's move this cube in the right place. It doesn't want to move. Oh, it's just slow. Okay. We really are pushing this to the limit. I'm going to try and find out which Knight Rider game I have or need on PS2. Good luck there. So, if nothing else, I've just taught someone that another game exists, so I'm happy. I'll probably do a review on them soon on GameHammer's first Series 2. I'm currently working on... I've got them here. I'm halfway through... Everything's breaking and falling over. I'm halfway through a review of the Madden series. That's going to be Monday's video if I get it finished. Which I hope to do tonight. I've just dropped everything on the floor. Give me 1 second. I'm destroying things left, right and centre here. There we are. Right. Yeah, so, Monday should be Madden since the NFL season's just started again. So I'll do that and get that out of the way. I'm doing all of the Madden games in one to get them over and done with. And that should be fun. It'll be nice to get them done. And then after that, I've got a few others in the pipeline, like Space Invaders and Hype the Time Quest, which a lot of people seem to have forgotten about. Patrick says Sky Odyssey was his favourite PS2 game. I don't know. I've got that one. I don't have that one. The closest I've got is Sky Surfer. I'll have to have a look for that one, Patrick. You've just taught me something. So yeah, I'll have a look for that and see what I can find. But I've got a Playmobil game here, Hype the Time Quest. And despite the fact that it's Playmobil, it's actually not a bad game. So I'm planning a review on that. Commando's coming up. And a few others. So, excuse me. The gas from the Pepsi is getting to me. A few others like that. Stuff like that coming up. So I'll be very happy to do that. And get those done. Because I'm looking forward to getting some of the big name titles that I've been looking forward to reviewing done for this new series. But yeah, a lot of work still to do. I've got to finish off getting the footage for those Maddens. So it's likely that it'll be late on Monday before Monday's GameHammer goes up, but that's just how it is. Right, is this... Yeah, that's a big enough block. We're going to say okay to that. Can we get further back? Got Knight Rider 2. Better grab the other one to complete my PS2 bootleg review of the whole franchise. Seriously, Mad Commodore, check the CEX website. They normally have Knight Rider in. Patrick says, Zoe, I'll send you my spec. You really don't have to, Patrick. It's nice of you to offer, but you don't have to. Right, this is massive and really slowing everything down now. We need another rectangle. Come on, rectangle. Where's it put the damn 3D construction kit really annoys me at times. We are filling this room up. It's going to end up with... Mad Commodore says, meh is not a word I used in my recorded review of Knight Rider 2. I take it you weren't impressed. Oh, come on. Step back, step back, step back, and look up. That should be more than enough space to put the rectangle on the screen. Show me where you... Give me a rectangle. Come on. Right, that should be enough space. Create rectangle. Where is it? Where the hell is this rectangle? Edit rectangle. I can't even see it. Is that... No, that's the one that's against the wall. It's getting really bad, guys. I can't even find it. What the hell is it? Surely I could put one on top. I think we have reached the limits of what this program can do. If I look up a bit, it should be able to create one on top there, surely. Just place it on top. Where is it? Where's my rectangle? I need the rectangle. Oh my god. I thought the worst part of creating a 3D construction kit game would be coding all of the functions. But what it actually is managing the size of the area so you can put the bloody things in. Where is the rectangle? Oh my goodness, is that it down there? That might be it. Yes! There it is. There it is. We found the rectangle. Oh my goodness. The hassle. Oh. We are so close to the door as well. We almost ended up in another area. Wow, guys. It really, really is struggling now. It's a good thing we're almost finished with the bond deck and we can start doing all the other stuff that we need to do with this. Commodore says 2 copies for £5 are favorited on for latex. That sounds a bit expensive for Knight Rider. I'm sure it's 50p in CEX. I got Knight Rider 2 on PS2 from CEX for about £5. Most of the 100 games on those PS2 reviews I made were for 50p to £2. Yeah. Seriously, Commodore, CEX is the way to go for PS2 collecting. As a major PS2 collector, I've said this before, over 75% of the PAL PS2 set I have in this room with me. Many of them I bought for 5p back when that's how much cheaper PS2 games were in CEX. I would go into branches and just buy hundreds at a time, and it was great. But these days they've gone up, the cheapest 50p now. They've gone up by a factor of 10, which isn't great, but still pretty cheap. And yes, it is exactly coming up. So many weird and untapped games. I absolutely agree. There are some great games on the PS2 that no one talks about, and no one ever really talked about. It's a lost resource, and it's a big shame. Which is one of the reasons why I want to really hit on, for later in for actually a lot of Series 2, hit on just how good the PS2 set was, and do a load of reviews of these obscure games. It won't get me any views. I mean, my average views on YouTube are about 30 for a PS2 review, but there are so many good games that how can I not? How can I not review all these? There's some great stuff here, and I love playing them. And I think once people get over the fact that so many of the fanboys say, "Oh, PS2 is not retro. We can't talk about that. It's not retro. It's not retro." So it doesn't matter. It's fun, and that's what we should be enjoying. We should be enjoying the fact that this is a good console. Why is this green on both sides? Why is this? All right. Well, okay. Before we go any further, I need to shade that because I can hardly see that rectangle against that background. invisible because I can't seem to turn it around, and 4. Incentive use Lego bricks to map the room. That is a brilliant idea. I should have done that. I drew a picture and it didn't really work for me, but yeah, that would have made it a hell of a good way of planning things out. Yeah, I can see a lot of advantages there. Where's this moving? Okay, it's gone that way. It's gone that way. Okay. So I need to hide that in there. Yeah. And put right against the wall because I don't need it floating around anywhere. Not the bit about the first screen. Is that in? Is it against the wall yet? Without shadows, it's really difficult to tell where anything is on this screen. How far away from the wall was it? Oh my goodness, how far away from the wall was this thing? Right, is it now against the wall? Right, okay, so we can stretch it out now. Right, I need it reasonably large so it's fairly easy for the player to hit when they come in the room. And just realised this Bondi Queen looks like Metroplex. Okay, that is fine there. Now, we're going to have another hassle because I need to put a cap on this thing. Create pyramid. Where's the pyramid? Where is it? Is it down here? Has it hidden it underneath again? Yes, they have. There it is. Right, let's edit this pyramid. Actually, I need to write down a rectangle on the notes because 27. Vulnerability number 1. Yes. Vulnerability number 1. So that I know where it is. Come on, let's move this. Right, we're going to put this on top, and it's going to be the big cap on top of the Bondak. It's a weird looking Bondak with lots of knobbly bits that stick out, but it works. I'm getting tired from this, oof. But we are almost done. And this is a hell of a room to get finished so early on in the game. Once this is done, I think next week we can basically fill in all of the rooms we haven't done yet. Because we'll have the major functions of the game finished. Which is a massive advantage for us. Right, is that... We're almost there. Almost there. One more. Yeah. Yes. Now we can move it across. Is it actually going to go? It wasn't anywhere near the top, was it? For goodness sake. Like I said, with no shadows, you can't really work out where anything is. Okay, so we can stretch across now. Yeah. Yes, this will work. It's got the big Bondak Queen with all its triangles and lumps. It's looking pretty good. We're going to have a lot of stuff on it. We're going to put... it's going to be a right horrible one to be shooting at as well once you start, because it's going to have loads of sensors. Matt Commodore says, might check out 3D Construction Kit on the Amiga. The Amiga version of 3D Construction Kit is amazing, Commodore. My friend, when I was a kid, he had that. I had the Amstrad one. He had He had it on this Amiga. It adds in animations. You can move her and look around with the mouse. It's brilliant. The targeting is much better, but the animation is really what made me love it. It's a great system. But of course, the Amiga was great. It's one of the best of the home computers you could get. I always loved the Amiga. Never had one. Had the PC. I went from Amstrad CPC to an Amstrad Mega PC. Loved my Mega PC, but the Amiga for games, oh my goodness, you could not beat it. And Jen will no doubt agree with me, because she loved her Amiga too. This looks like a house more than a Bondak. Now I think about it. And we'll stretch up a couple. There we are. So that is that's the Bondak Queen. It's big, it's weird looking, it's got knobbles and lumps. I think I want to put an extra pyramid on the side here just to make it look a bit weird. I just saw the advert for it on YouTube. I have been looking for something to do with my Amiga 4000. Wow! Amiga 4000, that is very swish. My first PC in '92 was a real shock to the system with Windows 3.1. Yeah, when I got my Mega PC, it came with Counterpoint rather than Windows. And oh my goodness. It was a lovely system, but my goodness. Right, let's move this up. I'll stick it on the side, so it just has a lump coming out the side. I think that'll work quite well as like a knobbly thing. I could probably stick a scanner on it, a sensor or something, and shoot the player with it as they come in. That'd be nice. Well, it won't be nice for the player, but it'd be nice from the point of view of a game. Yeah. So, let's move that up a little bit more. Yeah, this is going well now. Look up a bit. Look up a bit. There we are. Get there in the end. 95 was my first Windows, says Patrick. You're going to love this then, Patrick. Before I add the extra bit on, you're going to love this. Oh, I'm not going to love dropping that. Where is it? Here it is. Windows 95, my upgrade version from Windows 3.1 for the one that I actually I installed this on my Mega PC. But because I was one of those people and I had a Mega PC which had no room for a CD-ROM, you couldn't add one in. You'd have had to have an external one, which would have been a problem. My version of Windows 95 upgrade is on floppy disk. These are quite hard to come by these days, but of course the more rare one is the Windows 98, which is on floppy disk, but was hardly ever sold. You had to actually buy, if I remember correctly, you had to buy Windows 98 on CD and then send off for the disc version instead. I still have my receipt from SCOM. Remember SCOM? They bought out the Amiga and then went bust. It cost me £63 and 33 pence. Yeah, so that was wow. No, actually, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. It was £69.33 when it was originally put out, but they'd reduced it to try and get rid of the disc versions to £63.45. So I used a lot of money that I'd saved up from birthdays and Christmas and got myself Windows 95 to install my Mega PC so that I could continue to use my computer for a few more years. And I had that Mega PC from 92 to 98. So I had it for 6 years, 3 of which I was struggling by on Windows 95. I used to go to Escom a lot, all the time. They had a showroom in town. Yeah, they had a big store in Durham where I was living at the time. Patrick says he was surprised it worked on a Mega PC. Well, Patrick, you've got to remember, the Mega PC was a 386, which was a 32-bit processor. It wouldn't have worked on a 286, which was a 16-bit processor. But the 386 it could do. It didn't work very well if you didn't have an upgrade on the memory, because it would not have coped well at all with the megabyte of RAM that the Mega PC originally came with. But I had 4 megabytes of RAM, and I'd upgraded the hard drive to 720 megabytes from 40, which it originally came with. So it worked alright with mine. But no, thought it needed at least a 486. It doesn't. I've got the system requirements here, in fact. Hello, Freddykins. How you doing? My cat's come to see us again. To use Windows 95, you need a personal computer with a 386DX or higher processor running the MS-DOS operating system for version 3.31 or later, and Microsoft Windows version 3.0 or later, or OS2 version 2 or later, 4 megabytes of memory, typical available hard drive space required 35 to 40 megabytes. Well, it says it needs a DX processor. It doesn't. It needs an SX processor, because the 386SX at 25 MHz that was in the Mega PC was enough to run Windows 95. Anyway, let's get this Bondak Queen finished. We need a nodule on the side, then we get to code a little bit to make everything work. I am still in the wrong one. There we are. Right. Let's move this up a bit more. Boop, boop. Boop. And then move that across. I used Nimbus Basics as coming on. I don't know Nimbus Basic. Which one was that? Which system was that on? I remember I used QBasic on MS-DOS until a friend gave me a copy of GW Basic. Now, GW Basic was great. It was a nice, powerful basic that you could compile, which was better than QBasic. And I used to write so much with that. I wrote several PC games in GW Basic, compiling them out. I did a trading game based on shipping. You could sail stuff around the world and trade in your ship. I enjoyed doing that. And then I actually found a copy of a shareware game called Ports of Call, which a few of you might have heard of, and decided actually they did the trading shipping thing far better than I did, so I just played that instead. I think I've probably still got that game that I was writing somewhere around on one of the old discs, which was fun. Does this one want to stretch down any further? Oh well. Well, it's big and it's a nodule on the side, which is exactly what I wanted. I wrote a lottery numbers prediction program on GW Basic. Oh, fantastic. Right, there we are. There is the nodule I wanted for the side, which makes it look like the Bondak Queen. And there we are. That is the Bondak Queen. So, how many pieces have we got for this thing? Because it's a massive, massive thing. We got it from 16 to 29 to make up the Bondak Queen. So, we now need to set some attributes. Attributes for, first one we need is number 20, and we need to make that invisible. Current invisible, initial invisible. Okay. Attributes. 24. Rectangle 24. Current invisible, initial invisible. Okay. Right, now we need to create a condition. Local condition create. Right, condition local. Edit. Third one. Oh, for goodness sake, go straight past it. Condition local. Edit. Third condition. If shot 27, then destroy 27. No. Invis 27. Viz 24. And if shot 24, then invis 24, viz 20, and if shot 20, then destroy 29, destroy 28, destroy 27, destroy 26, destroy 25, destroy 24, destroy 23, destroy 22, 22, destroy 21. We've gone down to 16, so we're almost there. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and if. Right. File, save. No, go back. For goodness sake, it's getting really slow. Save, disk, file number 1. Okay. File, drives, df0. Save. Let's test this out. Right, that's the first one gone, so let's move round. Might need a redraw command for invis and destroy commands, otherwise the player might not see the change until they move position. That is true. We'll see how it goes though. Wow, it is so slow now. Oh my goodness. Turn. Oh, oh. Oh my goodness. Almost overshot the mark there. There is the second vulnerability spot. That's gone as well now. So let's keep going round and down. There's the final one. And I just got rid of all of it. There is the Bondet Queen gone. Now, of course, we'll add in extra stuff for that, but there it is. That's the Bondet Queen and that rum. So we will add extra flavour, text and all sorts in once we've got everything in that we need. But I think that's a good place to stop. We've got a very nice system working here. So let's save that. And as always, I will make it available for you all to give a try. So I will now go in and make a copy of that. Where is it? There it is. So this is the point where everything normally slows down. This live feed will go a bit jerky because I'm about to compress the document and all that. Where is it gone? Yeah, there we are. So that's probably gone a bit jerky for you already. I do apologise, but just, bear with me and it will appear. So I need to go into Dropbox. go and deal with Jenny, Zoe. I will in a moment. I will get her back for having tickled me. Let's put it that way. Gaming, let's go into gaming. Where is... oh my goodness, it's so slow today. Doug Headstrong, there's the drive. So, episode 8. Just name that as well. Has it even dropped in? Whoa. It is now so slow. Oh my goodness. I apologise, it must be chugging on your end. Episode 8. So that's there. Oh. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed this tonight. I think it's been really good and it's been very enjoyable. And we've made some very nice progress. We've got a lot still to go next week. While this Dropbox is putting itself together, we've got an awful lot of this area here to finish off with. A lot more bond acts to put in. A few more puzzles like locked doors and things like that. But we're getting there. We've got... The main structure of the game is here. We do need to add in a few extras. But the majority is here. Like, we haven't got the health bar in yet. And I want to put a fuel meter in and things like that. But for the most part, we're doing pretty good. I think this one's actually coming together very, very nicely. So, let's share. Bring up the details. Create link. We'll have to catch up on earlier episodes. Yeah, go for it. And here is the link. So you can download that. You have to load it in the 3D construction kit to play it. We will make a proper just load standalone thing once it's all finished. But for the moment, there you go. And I hope you've enjoyed this, guys, because I certainly enjoyed having your company while I've been making this. And you never know, by the end of the month, we might have a full game finished. That'd be nice. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out and joining me tonight. It's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate your company. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow with an episode of GameHammer Daily, and we'll see how we go from there. So, yeah, trying to get 7 days a week again, Monday to Friday with GameHammer, a special episode of could be anything on a Saturday, then live game coding on a Sunday. So, entertainment every day. We are back. See you later, guys. I'm just going to go now because I'm going to repeat myself. Have a good night. Bye.